Markets are amidst another roller coaster, but what's next? What should we be expecting, and how do RIAs have better conversations when it comes to the markets? I'm here with Rafia Hasan from Perigon Wealth to discuss just that. Rafia, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I know you've been amidst a tornado here at Edge. You've been jumping around panel to panel, but some of the big themes, these markets are amidst kind of a roller coaster. What are you seeing right now, and what should advisors be communicating to their clients?
Yeah, so with all of the volatility that we've had so far this year, one of the things that's actually been a little bit surprising for me has been how relatively calm the vast majority of our clients have been. And I think that part of that is because clients have been through COVID and the market uncertainty associated with that. They've been through 2022 when we saw the Fed raise rates, we saw equity markets down, we saw fixed income markets down at the same time. And so the investors today have been through periods of pretty high turmoil, and so some of them have become a little bit desensitized because they've been through it before. So while we are getting client questions, and I field some of those questions on a weekly day-to-day basis, day-to-day is less so now because things have calmed down and we've seen volatility come way down. The number of questions that we've gotten, definitely fewer. And maybe it's that advisors have also gotten better at handling.
Now see, that's what I thought I was going to say. Those advisors want to take credit for it. They're going to say, I've been preaching long view forever. I've been preaching the powers of planning forever. That's why they're winning. But you made an interesting point there. Maybe the clients just desensitized to all this noise that they're used to hearing and what the markets are doing. What do you think, what is the message that advisors should be saying to clients when they start to, maybe some of those are getting rattled by volatility?
Yeah, I think to a point that you brought up around kind of that holistic advice is really, really important. So an advisor that's just talking to clients about their investments can't have the same conversation as an advisor that does more holistic planning plus investments for clients. And so I think many firms have shifted towards more holistic. You've got financial planning, you've got them doing investment management. They're also maybe helping to do some wealth planning. And so then those types of advisors are much better equipped to have conversations about the long term, about what the broader big picture goals are and how that investment plan is actually serving to help them achieve those longer term goals. And that definitely helps many of the advisors to talk to clients about maintaining focus and maintaining discipline, which is something that I've seen, over the years be a real, I'll say, strong tool in an advisor's tool belt to be able to tackle some of those difficult questions when clients are concerned about the volatility.
Now, when you get that client that's pestering and they want you to tell me what's next, and you've told them, I don't have a crystal ball, I can't do that. How do you back that client off the ledge? How do you get that client that's really anxious about markets at that moment? How do you get them back?
So there's two, I think, critical things. One is to listen.
Okay.
And to really pause and listen to what their fears are. And then the second thing is to acknowledge those fears, right? Like say, yeah, I get it. The news has been really troubling. Markets are really uncertain right now. And I understand what it is and why it is that you're feeling this way. I think that acknowledgement is really, really important. And so once you do that, usually you can help to get the temperature of the conversation down quite a bit, where people, go from that fight or flight, mechanism that they've got to being able to have a more rational conversation and pull back, take a look at like the bigger picture plan. The second thing that I think is really important is if you've got a client that's very nervous about the markets or, just is super, super concerned and has to act, right? It's okay to make a small adjustment. And I think that's where many advisors can sometimes stumble, especially those maybe who are very convicted in their beliefs about what they're doing is the right thing for the client. In that instance, it can be hard to make a concession or to make a change, but you have to understand at the end of the day, this is the client's money, right? And so they need to feel that they have agency in that decision. And sometimes making a small change can help them have that confidence and keep them in their seat for, the long haul.
It's amazing, amazing stuff. Listen, acknowledge, adjust. Thank you so much. Some great ideas. Really appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having me.
For Edge TV, I'm Matt Ackerman.